Okay, so generative AI. It's probably one of the most powerful tools we've ever built, right? But here's the thing. With all that power comes this shadow, a whole bunch of really serious ethical questions that, honestly, we just can't afford to ignore. So let's get right into it.
I mean, we've all seen the incredible things it can do, right? It can write code, it can whip up these amazing images, it can even compose music. It's a creative and productivity tool that's on a whole other level.
But, and this is a big but, that amazing creative power has a flip side, a much darker side. Think about it. When a machine gets so good at imitating reality that you can't tell the difference, well, that same machine can be used to twist and distort reality. And that, right there, is where the trouble really starts.
Okay, first up, let's talk about something pretty fundamental, the risk to our own sense of reality. We're getting to a point where seeing, well, it just isn't believing anymore.
And that brings us straight to the world of deepfakes. We're talking about AI-generated videos, photos, and voices that are so realistic it's scary. Just picture this. A video drops right before an election, showing a politician confessing to some horrible crime. A crime they never actually committed. Or, even more terrifying, a scammer calls you, and on the other end is a perfect clone of your child's voice, begging for help. The potential for damage here, both on a personal and a political level, is just staggering.
You know what's really interesting is that this whole reality bending thing isn't always done on purpose. Sometimes the AI just makes stuff up. It's a phenomenon called an AI hallucination. It's when the model states something that's totally wrong, or maybe even completely invented, but it presents it with all the confidence of a proven fact.
And this is where it gets really dangerous. Because someone might ask for medical advice and get a totally wrong answer, or get some terrible financial tip and act on it. You can even generate whole news articles based on these made-up facts, and suddenly you've got this tidal wave of misinformation that looks, for all the world, completely legit.
So you see, this stuff doesn't just stay behind a computer screen. Nope, it bleeds out into the real world. And that creates a huge risk for society as a whole, affecting us in big, systemic ways, and on a really personal level too.
Okay, so here's a fundamental truth. An AI is only as smart or as fair as the data we feed it. And let's be honest, the data we've got, scraped from the internet and from our history, is full of our own human biases. So what happens? Well, if you train an AI on decades of biased hiring data, surprise, surprise, it might start favoring male candidates. If you train it on biased loan applications, it can end up systematically denying financial help to entire communities. It's like laundering our own prejudice through a computer chip to make it look objective.
And it's not just bias. There's also a massive, massive privacy risk. I mean, these models are trained by swallowing up insane amounts of data from the internet. We're talking our blog posts, our photos, maybe even private emails. So there's this very real chance that an AI could just spit out someone's private medical info or leak a company's secret plans that it just happened to memorize. It's a huge problem.
And then, of course, there's the one we're all thinking about, jobs. We're already seeing major automation in areas like writing, design, even customer service. Now, sure, new jobs will probably be created, but let's not downplay this. This shift is a huge challenge. We're talking about millions of people who are going to have to learn new skills just to keep up in this new economy.
All right, let's go a layer deeper. Beyond these immediate problems, there's a more fundamental risk brewing. It's about how this tech is starting to chip away at our basic ideas of trust, ownership, and even integrity.
So here's a question for you, and there's no easy answer. Who owns stuff made by an AI? Seriously, if an AI spits out a masterpiece, who owns the copyright? Is it you for writing the prompt? Is it the company that built the AI? Or does nobody own it? Right now, our entire legal system is playing catch-up, trying to figure this out.
And that whole ownership thing gets even messier when you think about how the AI makes this stuff. It learns from literally billions of things humans have already created. So its final product can sound, or look, an awful lot like a specific artist's style. Which makes you wonder, right? Is this actually original? Or is it just a super sophisticated copy and paste job?
This is the debate for artists and writers everywhere. I mean, if an AI can perfectly copy your unique style because it was trained on all your work, shouldn't you get paid for that? It's a question that gets right to the core of what it means to be a creator and how you make a living.
Okay, but as important as that is, the stakes get way, way higher. When we move beyond art and music, we're talking about jobs where one little mistake can have life or death consequences.
Think about fields like healthcare or law or finance. There is zero room for error.
An AI hallucination that gives bad legal advice or a wrong medical diagnosis, that's not just a bug, that's a potential disaster. In these areas, getting it right isn't just a nice-to-have feature, it's an absolute moral requirement.
So yeah, after hearing all of that, it's pretty easy to feel a bit down about this whole thing. But it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is, for every big risk we've talked about, from deepfakes to bias to data leaks, there are potential solutions we can put in place. The trick is to stop just talking about the problems and start building the safeguards.
So let's shift gears and look ahead. What's the road to making AI safe? How do we actually build a framework of responsibility to steer this incredibly powerful technology in the right direction?
Well, there's no single magic answer here. It's really about building a whole framework. That means we need clear rules from governments, and we need companies to be way more transparent about what data they're using. We also need clever tech solutions like content watermarking. You can think of it like an invisible digital stamp that says, hey, this was made by an AI, so we can tell what's real and what's not. And maybe most importantly, we need a strong code of ethics built right into the development process from day one. It really does take a village to raise a safe AI.
And at the end of the day, that's really the main takeaway. Generative AI is an absolute game changer, but we just can't separate its amazing power from our very real, very serious responsibility to guide it, to build it, and to use it safely and ethically.
Look, this technology is here. It's already woven into our world. So that leaves all of us with one big question to chew on. Are we ready to be responsible creators and guides for this technology? Or are we just going to be passive consumers of whatever it turns out? The choice really is up to us.